Welcome back to Metroid Sentinels Zero. Today we're going to be diving deep into the galaxy with Metroid Fusion. Oh yeah. Get ready to relive an amazing game for me. Why, you may ask, is this my all-time favorite game? Well, it's a little nostalgic for me. So during 2002, when it first came out, that same year I actually received a Game Boy Advance, but I didn't have any games for it. So luckily for me, I was saving up money from all the chores that I did throughout the year and my birthday that year as well. So one day, my mom actually took me to Sam's Club for some grocery shopping. But I was bored, so as any young 12-year-old would do, I was perusing the Game Boy Advance games. I came upon one of these games and I read the synopsis in the back. I looked at the art on the front and the back. I just was super intrigued by this. Like the suit, which at first I thought it was just a regular suit, but it comes out to be that it's a power suit. So that's pretty cool. The gunship, freaking sweet, right? So the main character just looked amazing. And I didn't know how much my life was going to change until I actually started playing this game. Like literally, I would play it for hours. I used so many AA batteries because, well, of course, it's 2002. We didn't have really an availability for rechargeable batteries. I literally was immersed by this game. Like, so much so that I actually made some homemade maps with graph paper. But why? Why was I so into this game? Well, that's why we're here today. We're going to be answering those questions. Or that question. Yeah, just the one. We'll just answer the one, but like hugely, because the answer is so big, it's so wide. There's a lot of parts. The music was one of the reasons why. The exploration, like on a handheld at the time, it wasn't, like you just didn't have that. Boss fights themselves actually got me into it too. The tense time missions, once I actually played it, oh my god, I had not experienced that much anxiety in my life at the time. I'm a full-grown adult now, so there's a lot more. Even also like the moment where you first see the Saiyx destroy the what is it, the hallway and then the door. Yeah, it still freaks me out a little. Still get like goosebumps finding out, playing and finding out the Saiyx's backgrounds had a huge like sense of immersion for me at the time as well. Like it just piqued my interest when you would be walking around and there's beeping lights. So the technology would interest me because of the backgrounds, and then also like the alien planets that they talk about at the beginning of the game, where you're floating out in space, how many planets, all that. Like it would literally get me to ask all these questions. Also just the design of the spaceship as well. Again, that kind of goes into the technology, but it still would just like pique my interest. Like, how did they get such a cool spaceship? Exploration. The exploration just consumed me so much, and it just made me want to learn everything about the game. Like, who or what are the Metroids? Where did they come from? How do you pronounce Samus? At the time I was like, Samus? Like, I didn't know how to say it. And then Aran, I don't know. Also, how did he have such a sweet power suit? Obviously at the time, we didn't have the internet, so I assumed automatically it was just a guy. It wasn't. You beat the game 100% under an hour, speedrun the bad boy, and you actually get to find out she's a girl. So it made it 10 times better finding that out too. So worth it. Another thing that made this game special to me would be the pixel art. It was just so stunning, and even for today's standards, I would say that it's still got intricate details. The animations in the game also brought everything to life. You'd go into a certain place and there was behind you in the background, you couldn't fight them, they couldn't fight you, but you could see enemies in the background. Every different environment in there was just like either an alien landscape or just like an empty lab or huge, areas where they had crates. How did they get them there? It would literally cause you to just get immersed into there. Also, like when you're fighting multiple enemies at once, or like there's enemies that are stronger than you or your upgrades at the time, and you need to hurry and get the next upgrade. Fighting in the game was just so like satisfying. It really is. It's just so satisfying. Just and just exploded, and then you receive a reward, which is getting the X to absorb into you. So the sense of progression and the sense of exploration, it just was perfectly balanced, and it kept you coming back for more. You'd go get this upgrade, and then new areas would open up to you, and you'd go out and look for more stuff, and then you'd be rewarded by getting more missiles, more power bombs, more energy tanks. The game's world was expertly designed to give you a sense of like interconnectedness, and you're always finding new ways to explore and to discover hidden areas with those upgrades, and it would just be amazing. And that's what got me to just like make these handmade maps, and also being broke after buying this game. So yeah. I mean, I ended up, now that I'm an adult, I do have the actual guide for Metroid Fusion, but it's still cool to go back and be like, I was 12 years old when I drew this. Yeah. Anyways, you guys, that is why I love Metroid Fusion so much. It was a master at creating an atmosphere in this world with its music and its gameplay. And also, if you guys haven't played this game, I really, really recommend it. And if you have played this game, let me know in the comments what you think about it. And as always, you guys, thank you so much for watching, and please don't forget to fuse your knowledge with power by liking and subscribing for more Metroid content. Scan the description box for links to my social media and other videos. Charge up your day by hitting up that notification bell and stay updated with my latest updates. And also, powerbomb the system by sharing your thoughts and feedback. Until the next bounty, hunters, and keep on gaming.